Mogambo Khush How do you write a good villain? Welcome back to my writing studio. I haven't written many stories with a villain in them, so I'm having a hard time writing one in my current work in progress, The Rajput. Now my villain is nothing like Mogambo, and I'm not telling you anything about my villain. You'll have to read the book to find out. Right now my villain is lacking in some way, and in today's writing session I want to figure out how to fix that. I have some resources from One Stop for Writers, and also I have some notes from a workshop that I took earlier this year, along with everything else that I already have worked out for my characters. So I'll be using that and try and fix this. I have reached that part of the story where the villain has a lot of screen time now, and I want to see the impact. I have this image in my head of how this villain is, but with what I have written so far, it's not translating that well. So before I go any further, I want to work a little on my villain. I have the backstory of my villain right here, and I'll go through this and see if I can find the right hook that I can then use to work it in my story. So let's do this. I have the timer set for 30 minutes. Let me know what you're working on in the comment section below. And let's start. I think I have this somewhat figured out. I'm writing from third person omniscient POV, and I know the drawbacks it has, and I have to be very careful with how I use it and how much I give away. I know the risks with this POV, and I have spent a good part of the last 4 years thinking about whether this is the right POV to tell the story, especially because I have a problem of head hopping. But I have made up my mind and I'm sticking with it. I know I had this issue in my earlier draft, and so while working on this draft, when I was outlining in my scene cards, I made sure that I mentioned the POV right there, and that has helped me with fixing this head hopping issue. The next issue that I have is with pacing. I have written down how much of my villain's backstory I want to tell. So I quickly went back to my scene cards and marked the places and characters through whom bits of the villain's past, his worldview, and his motivation will be revealed. So by the time we meet the villain, we already know why he's doing the things he's doing. For a believable villain, I have found that you have to work a little more on their backstories as compared to the other characters. And I don't know whether that's how it is, or it's because I am new to writing a villain that I have to do a little extra work for that. But I know that has helped me a lot fixing a lot of these things. I use the prompts from Well Storied blog, where you have to write scenes in which your villain and your protagonist meets for the first time, a scene where the protagonist surprises the villain, also a scene where the protagonist meets someone who views the villain in a certain light, like pity or with love or respect. So these prompts really help me a lot. There are many more prompts on that blog that I use to develop my villain. If you are interested in using these exercises to work on your villain, I'll make sure to link the blog in the description section. Alright, I feel so much better and confident now. If you're looking for some resources to learn more about the different types of POVs or how to write a good villain, check the description below because I have links to a lot of resources mentioned there. I'll get back to writing and I'll try to get in one more 20-minute sprint. If you want company, just replay this video or come back to it whenever you're working on your writing project. I'll be right here to keep you company. Or you can watch any of these other videos and I'll see you in the next one.